into the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got a real
I think my favorite part about this song is Marjanica's extra commentary.
Well, it's whisper backup vocals.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
it's
that
really
is.
trying to creep people out on iTunes.
Weird. Oh, there I am.
Hey!
Hello and welcome to AfterBuzz's weekly recap of NXT. I'm Kathy Kelly. My mic's finally on. Joining me, as always, across from me, True Hobo.
I thought you were challenging me for this glorious heritage belt. No, I will not yield. I am the champion.
It's yours. Not trying to take it. Sitting next to the incredibly angry True Hobo, Mark Donica.
Incredibly docile Mark Donica, except now I want to watch Space Jam every minute of every day.
Yeah.
Hi,
Bill
Kathy.
Murray for the win.
Kathy Kelly.
Thanks.
How you doing, Kathy?
I'm doing great.
Good.
How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Hey, we got a
Carmella.
we got a lot to talk
Camilla.
about with well, that was a weird.
That was a weird?
It was very weird. We'll talk about it when we get to the Camilla thing. Yeah. Sorry.
Before we get into tonight's episode of NXT, I know that you, Hobo, wanted to talk about a recent thing that happened in NXT. NXT news,
yes.
Willie Mack.
Some news. Willie Mack has been. His contract has been rescinded. Now everybody wants to use the verbiage that he has been released before he ever started, but that simply means that his contract has been rescinded. I saw Willie on Sunday, and he was looking very much forward to being in Florida, and it saddens me a great deal that he will not actually have the chance at this time to debut on NXT or begin his training down in Florida at NXT at the Performance Center. But he went on to release a statement, a very, very good statement, that he is grateful to ever be on their radar, and that he looks forward to a future relationship with them.
Yeah.
Now, I believe that that is important. It is not necessarily the end of the road for him that he did not get this opportunity at this time to work with WWE. I believe in the future that there is a place for Willie Mack.
Yeah.
And that he will definitely find his place, like our friend Smiley.
I was going to say, our good friend Ryan Katz got an offer, 3-4 years ago? Same type of situation.
No, it was less time than that. It was a little more than a year ago now. And that's when he finally made his way there. It was a little more than a year.
Oh, no, yeah. I'm saying his original offer, and then he now has been there for over a year.
Yes.
As an associate producer.
Sometimes it takes time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a matter of time. They obviously believed in him that he would be a marketable part of their company, that he was a money maker. I believe in that Willie Mack is one of the most captivating performers I've ever been in the ring with.
Yes.
And that at this time he will not be making his debut, but he will. Give it time. And honestly, this guy's got a lot to look forward to. He's been all over the world at this point, and I believe that he will continue his relationship with the companies that brought him to places like Australia and Mexico, and that he will increase his brand, and then at that time WWE will reassess his value, so to speak, and offer him another contract.
Yeah.
And also, if I remember correctly, doesn't he have a title shot for the Hollywood Heritage Championship?
Thank you ever so much for bringing that up.
I'm just trying to say.
Yes, he has a shot at my championship. Willie Mack has a shot at my championship.
At the championship.
Which which I will honor at any time he feels that is appropriate. He can contact Dave Marquez or myself, and I will 100% endorse that and give him a shot. No problem. The man has earned it. He is arguably better than me, and I cannot possibly say otherwise. And I will definitely look forward to seeing him then and there if he so feels to exercise his right to challenge me.
We will stay posted to any other further updates.
Any other further updates?
Any other further
Willie Mack.
updates?
Yes. Let's jump into tonight's episode of NXT, October 16th,
Can we please?
2014. First
title.
match.
Original title.
Baron Corbin comes out. His challenger already in the ring, Elias Sampson.
Bodes well for him.
Yeah.
5-second match tops.
Hey, he got whipped into the ropes like a champ, and then he lost, though.
Proceeded
So that
to
bit of the
die.
ropes, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty solid from Elias Sampson.
Corbin ends up winning with the end of days and just looks like a beast.
We saw his entire entrance this time.
Yeah.
It was really cool. It looked like he was walking under a whole bunch of streetlights. You know, he was a lone wolf just wandering from city to city, sort of a thing. And it was really cool. And then the way that they utilized all of the bright lights at once. Like, it was a way, it's how they do it NXT, where they utilize what they have without necessarily it being pyro, like the mist and
They
the
have
fog.
to think outside the box down there because they can't use pyro in that space. I think it's probably an edict by the school, most likely.
I mean, you
can't possibly use pyrotechnics as smoke. That
Yeah.
sets up the alarms. God bless you.
Thank you.
But it causes them to think outside the box, and you get really interesting entrances like this one.
I always find it really entertaining, or I guess it's something that I just enjoy, when someone on commentary uses a line that one of the wrestlers uses all the time. I think that Alex Riley was describing Baron Corbin tonight, and he says one of the qualities that Corbin has, I forgot what it was, but he referred to it as, and you can't teach that. And I was like, oh no.
Unfortunately, Enzo and Cass have such a
I know.
hold in your brain.
I know.
And in everyone's brain that you can't help but quote them, even when you don't want to.
Yeah, and you can't teach that.
You can't teach that.
No.
Certified G, bonafide stud.
Yeah.
Who are you wanting Baron Corbin to face in an actual kind of feud?
Well, I still think CJ Parker.
Yeah?
Yeah.
'Kay.
Like an actual feud.
Okay.
Not just like, hey, establish yourself by beating me. Like, he should still be sore about that.
We haven't seen him in a little bit.
Ever since he lost to Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Mojo Rally. It ain't going to happen anytime soon.
No.
But
that'll be
Which
fun.
we'll
I
talk
would like
about
to see
later.
that. Those guys, I think I said this last week, they are opposed to one another in style and in what they represent. And that would be good. I would like to see that. That'd be fun.
Sami Zayn comes to the ring, gets on the mic, and he says last week he lost to Titus. He's a little sick of losing fair and square. He's better than that, and the crowd seems to agree.
Very much so.
He says that going after the one thing that has eluded him since being here, he's going to go after the NXT title championship thing.
Okay.
The title championship thing.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Lost for words.
The CTT. Coming soon. The CTT tournament. The CTTT.
So
Or
Sami's he's gonna go after the NXT title.
Yeah, he is.
That's what he's gonna do.
And then the crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
They believe in him. This guy is the people's champ. He's been elected.
They love him.
They do. He's truly representative of them. 'Cause
Someone-
he dies and he lives, and they live and die with him.
Yeah. But the person who does not love him, Tyson Kidd, makes his way
Not
to the
sure he
ring.
loves anybody, really. Just gonna put that up
Natty?
there. Not
Debatable.
even so much. I mean, you see his
From what we've
Cats.
seen,
Maybe.
I didn't know he and Ryan had such a relationship.
Did it. I was thinking it. He said it.
Tyson
High
Kidd
five.
comes out wearing Sammy's shirt.
You gotta support your opponents, because they're
And-
gonna lose
yeah.
if...
Well, no, you're only as good as the person you beat.
Oh, shit. Somebody's paying attention. I do a great job here at the NXT.
Yes, you do.
I do.
Goodness gracious.
Tyson says Sammy drops the ball on every opportunity, and Sammy says, asks Tyson if he has to ask Natty's permission to even come to the ring. Sick burn.
Sick burn.
That was a good one.
And he
That was a
says,
really good one.
why don't you go home and cry yourself to sleep while watching reruns of Total Divas? Another one.
Yo,
Left
mama
and
fight.
right.
Yeah,
So good.
got out of hand.
And then Tyson Kidd's excellent comeback. I'd rather be on Total Divas than be a total loser. Crickets.
Not kind of weak. Kind of weak.
that was pretty bad.
They are going to fight tonight after Tyson finds a phone and checks on his cats.
Well, no,
Sure.
I liked what Sammy said is like, why don't you borrow Tyler Breeze's phone, call Natty and see if that's okay. And then the rebuttal was, why would Tyler have Natty's phone number? Which made everybody laugh. But at the same time, I had the thought, why doesn't Tyson know Natty's phone number by heart?
Because
And that
who
was a
knows
pun.
phone numbers by heart anymore?
Right. You look up their contact info and you press the button and then it calls them and you don't know their number.
I don't
Digital
remember. Do you want me to
age.
say it on the air?
Sure.
No, I'm not going to do that because I have respect for you.
Every number that
Kathy's,
I don't
though.
recognize from here on out, I'm just going to answer, hello, welcome to my 6 hotline. And then
1,
we'll
2,
hang
3,
up.
4, 5, 6 hotline. I like how this segment was longer than the Baron Corbin match.
Yeah.
Like by leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
I thought Tyson Kidd actually made a valid point in this whole thing. He said to Zayn, now, how are you going to win now when you haven't been before? It challenges him. What are you going to change now that you hadn't done before in order to get the win? I think it's a valid point. Like you have to come to the table with a different game plan. If you expect to get a win where you did get a loss, you have to make a change.
Arguably, though, he should have won the last takeover.
Right. But, like he said, he lost fair and square. Now, by all accounts...
Was it fair and square?
Technically-
Yes, it was. Because it was Neville who broke the rules. Neville made the underhanded move of pulling Zayn out at the last minute. And I wasn't expecting this, but you said possibly that Zayn would be making a more dastardly turn at this point in time.
That's what I
given,
I don't
given
want
this.
him to.
No, and like, but not
Nobody wants
necessarily like mustache twirling, but just he wouldn't. He would start to be like that Eddie Guerrero light eating steel, like not necessarily the malevolent like low blowing
Yeah.
people or anything.
It's
but-
just good guys finish last, so I can't
like,
play fair all the
Shit to
time.
win, yeah.
Yeah. Just to start little cheaper type of stuff.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's staying clean. He's got a little bit more bite to him. So like with this whole exchange, I
I thought Neville had the bite and Titus was the bark.
That was later in the program,
talk to
but very good.
Hey, so Lucha Dragons fought in a match.
I was
They
gonna
did
go
that.
there.
They were flying in
Yes,
places.
they were. The tag champs, the Lucha Dragons versus Buddy Murphy and Wesley Blake.
Do they look a lot alike? I thought they looked a lot alike. Like they had the beard and the hair thing.
Like
Like they
what-
were almost twins.
All white guys look alike.
What?
Is that what
True.
that is?
Very
Shoot.
true.
I gotta change my game. I gotta get a tan.
There you go. One of their hair, one of the dudes' hair colors was darker, and one of the dudes' beards were thicker. So it was kind of like a contrasting head thing. But their tights were different, and it had their names on it. Thank goodness.
Yeah. They should get like those "Hello, my name is" stickers.
Yes.
Hello, my job is.
Hey, they got some offense on this.
No, they
one.
did, and we saw them during the tag team match, like the tag team tournament, and they did well, and
Yeah.
they're doing a lot at all of the house shows as well.
Oh, are they? Okay.
They're a legit tag team. They're just not on the air as much because they're trying to build so many other tag teams at the same time.
Yeah.
A lot of competition. 1 hour of television, whole lot of competition.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches tonight.
a lot. Well, one of them was
Well,
5 seconds. Another one was maybe 10.
Still. Still
Almost
technically
same.
5 matches, but they were all equally as important to all stories and parties involved.
True.
It wasn't just a squash for squash's sake. It wasn't like a Ryback as he was trying to build up the mountain. No offense, Ryback.
Ryback?
Ryback.
Yes.
R-Y-B
He's from the
apostrophe
Ukraine.
C-K.
That's how you pronounce it. Ryback.
Like, we saw a very impressive reversal of an apron DDT from Murphy, where he ran and turned it into a vertical suplex.
Sin Cara went for that DDT, and boy, howdy, Murphy did not want to let that go.
That's really hard to do.
That is determination. That is determination and gut strength of a man saying, "You are not getting one over on me."
Just totally
Wow,
over.
man.
Super impressive. Super impressive.
The Lucha Dragons end up winning with, is it called Sunset Flip Bomb? A Sunset Flip Bomb? That's what they called it on commentary.
I mean, that's technically what it was.
No, it wasn't a sunset.
Well, no, it was technically just a roll up though.
It was a quesadilla bomb.
They called it a Sunset Bomb off the top rope, and
that
then they
wasn't a
called it a
sunset.
Sunset Flip Bomb.
Okay, it wasn't that. I can tell you for sure it wasn't that. It was probably a quesadilla bomb.
Quesadora bomb.
Quesadilla, like
Quesadilla?
a quesadilla. Kind of like a quesadilla.
Yum.
Only with less cheese and more face sitting.
Lots of beef.
Lots of
beef.
Lots of beef. Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
If you watch the match, that's exactly what he had in his mouth.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kathy Kelly's lots of beef.
In his mouth?
In his mouth.
Lots of mouth beef.
Ew.
Mouth beef.
Mouth beef.
Oh yeah.
Really quick match. Super quick. Like, we didn't see the tags from here. We blinked.
We were BSing, and we missed a lot. But
That's
it was
not true.
super entertaining.
That's a lot of the matches tonight were us just being totally engrossed in what was
weren't
happening.
paying attention.
Oh, we were paying attention.
That's not what Hobo just said.
I was drinking.
Because he's a hobo, he does that.
I do that.
He's
That's
totally
nothing new.
No, this is not the surprise.
No. If you follow me on Untapped, it's Boxcar Superstar.
He drinks beer on that website. The
Yes.
tags were just, it was from the Lucha Dragons anyway. They were so fast we didn't see Kalisto make the tag. Like, we blinked and it was like all of a sudden he just dove to the outside of the ring. We're like, what? And then when Sin Cara did the roll up, Quesadora bomb.
Quesadilla bomb.
Pen pending.
I think.
We were just like, wait, he's not the legal. But wait, the refs count. When did the tag happen? And when they showed the replay, they still didn't show when the tag happened.
Yeah.
It was. I'd say this match was jam-packed. Whole lot of hard-hitting action. Whole lot of movement.
Whole lot of beef.
Whole lot of beef.
Whole lot of beef.
Man, this was
Kathy Kelly's beef.
perfect sandwich. All meat, little bread.
No cheese.
Tiny
cheese.
bread. No cheese. Kathy Kelly beef.
Sunday.
Well, it seems like a lot of alcohol has been consumed.
None.
Honestly, on this half of the table,
Yeah.
None.
I didn't let him get a sip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk
Thanks
about
to Mission Brewing Company in San Diego for supplying me with what I need to get through this show every week.
I have tea.
Mr. T,
nothing.
what's
Mr.
you
T.
tweeting tonight?
I don't have them. I'm in the chat room. And actually,
Oh.
speaking of chat,
Yes.
I want to pose this to us to think about, and this to chat and all of our listeners and viewers. Thank you, Hobo. We had a suggestion. Should we dress up for Halloween?
duh.
And, but,
Why is that a question?
But,
Duh.
beef. But, what should our theme be?
Oh.
Wait, the theme?
Costumes.
Yes, for
Costumes, yeah.
yes,
no,
dressing
no, I
up in
like that a
costumes.
lot.
We're gonna wear clothing on the Halloween.
I was gonna go as a nudist. Damn it! This ruins my
Ruins your
outfit
shtick.
now.
So we're going to think about it. We want you to think about it. Let us know in chat. Let us know in comments down below. Let us know in
I could be
reviews.
Khaleesi and you could be my dragons.
Or something NXT related.
Oh, that
I'm
too.
No!
I'm obviously a dragon as it is.
You could be Khaleesi, and we could be your Lucha Dragons.
Lucha.
We win the internet.
Yeah, we did. All right.
Look at one chat roll.
Yeah, let us know in chat. And,
I love that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
You touched my boob.
I did.
Didn't want
It's
to say anything
pretty
about it.
supple.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Beef!
Let's talk about Mojo Rawley's video package from earlier today.
Talking about Mojo's package.
Beef.
Mojo's, Kathy's, Kelly's beef.
Kathy's Kelly's
Yeah,
on plural.
I just went for it. Kathy Kelly, she can see, and she's plural.
There's twos of her.
There's
Anyways, he talks about his shoulder injury, and he's taking one step back, but then he will take 2 steps forward. He also says that he will not forget who did that to him.
And intense.
Angry from Mojo. I love
Birds.
seeing this kind of emotion from him.
About halfway through this promo, I said audibly, and he can tell you, I don't buy it.
Really?
I don't, like, halfway through, like, it's still a Mojo promo. He just slowed down. If he said it faster and with the same inflection, it would still be the same Mojo promo. Like, and
I liked it. It was just something different from him, and that's what I wanted to see.
If
Slower is different.
slower is different.
Different.
Hashtag heal Mojo. I don't know what I want to see from Mojo to change, but I mean this. It seemed just because before he's been really serious and super serious, and then he gets in the ring and he's jumping around doing the exact same thing. Like, if we see a change in the ring, like we've been seeing a change with him on the mic, then I'll start to believe it. But everything is still just like, I'm super serious, but I'm gonna hit you with my butt. And then I'm gonna sit on you. Well, and then I'm gonna win. I call that hyper beef.
Well, when you put it like that, I mean, what if Mojo got in the ring? You know, Mojo was suddenly came back and he got in the ring and he was face to face with his opponent and he grabbed a lead pipe and started beating him to death with it and hit him in the head and he was bleeding all over.
He'd be disqualified.
Do you want me to be honest?
Yeah.
Do you want me to be honest?
Yeah.
I'd stay hype.
Oh, there you go. Violence is hype.
Yeah.
See,
We do not condone
Star.
that here at AfterBuzz.
But at
hyper.
World Star, they totally do.
That's another day at World Star Hip Hop. Mojo Rally, Donna Do-Rag, start street fighting, and then we'll see where you can go from here.
That's a new gimmick.
Yep.
I don't know why. I really don't know why, but just in the middle of it. Also, I think because
Mojo Rally with the lead pipe in the ring.
Yeah, I hope.
I won clue.
I hope that he gets a clue.
I wouldn't do that. That ring's pretty dirty. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. I think also it was because the way that they ran the interview.
You're cracking yourself up.
He does all the time.
You're so considerate that you laugh at your own jokes when no one else has
I
to.
do. I agree.
What it is. The way that they ran the interview is, like we've talked about it before, where some interviews they have the people talking directly at the camera and others they have them talking at the interviewer. Since it started with just Mojo talking, it didn't seem like he should have been looking at the interviewer. If he was looking right at the camera, as opposed to a little bit off where he was being intense and talking, he's like, no, we don't. As far as we know, as far as the audience knows, there's nobody else there but the cameraman. Mojo asked the cameraman to be there to talk to it. Based on all of they didn't have somebody with a microphone there. It was just Mojo and the camera and Mojo and us and Mojo and Breeze. I didn't feel that connection with that promo because he wasn't talking to me or to Breeze. He was talking to some guy, and he should have ended it with, now can you go tell him that? Because he wasn't recognizing us as an audience or Breeze as an opponent.
Sometimes you just need to talk to the camera to really emphasize intensity. You have to look at the people right in their eyes because there are millions of people just beyond that lens that need to hear the message that you deliver.
Not on this show.
So they can then deliver the message to the man who it's actually directed to because they will feel your intensity. And through them, they are your tool to use to make a message to everyone. That's true.
Good button.
For everyone who is listening, Hobo just directed that entire message to camera.
YouTube.com/AfterBuzzTV /B.
No, don't slash beef.
beef.
No,
Slash beef.
slash tires, not beef.
No,
Don't slash tires either. And Kathy Kelly's a criminal.
Make cookies, not war.
There you go. That's a Kathy Kelly shirt. ProWrestlingTees.com/Kathy Kelly.
I don't have that.
We'll set it up.
So let's talk
We'll
about
also get all
this,
the profits then.
this next match. It's illegal. Charlotte versus the Delty Diva herself, Becky Lynch.
I like that a lot.
I love it.
Yeah.
She has delts too to back it up.
Yeah,
She does.
That's why they call it the
I get it. I was actually right before they said this thinking about how large and muscular her arms looked. Like in
Yeah.
a cool, like really fighting way. What?
In a fighting way?
What?
I want to fight her arms. They look really delty. I'm going to fight her arms. Cobra style. This match was nuts.
Yeah.
This was good.
This was one of the best. I mean, we say it every time we have a women's match in NXT, but this was beyond phenomenal. I would pay to watch this match over and over again.
You could watch it for free.
No, well, I watched it for
$9.99 a month.
Thank you. We did it. Promo school. There. I'm like Mitchell. I'm Mitchell Cole.
You're Mitchell Cole.
I'm Mitchell Cole. But the level of they're both technicians, and seeing just how basic a hammerlock and making sure to hang on to a hammerlock and making that interesting.
It's a head game. Wrestling is a head game. Granted, it takes place in the ring. Joke? Yes.
Nothing.
Okay. It's a head game. This is a
Abandoned joke.
This is a game of.
You can't call me out when I'm about to do a joke.
I see your lips moving, and for those who do not have the benefit of YouTube and the benefit of iTunes, I give you a shot. You did not take your shot. You will get a shot later, then. I have banked your shot. In any case,
him in the face.
You are closer.
Please.
Oh.
My arms aren't that long.
No. Okay, he fears me.
No, it's the microphones. I don't want to.
Wrestling is a mental game. You must use your brain to outwit your opponent, and that is what we saw here. Becky Lynch has both intelligence as well as strength, but Charlotte has just as much intelligence as Becky's strength. So you see the dynamic of Charlotte outwitting Becky just a little bit, staying a step ahead of her, and then using that to overcome Becky Lynch's very strong offense.
Do you think we could see Becky as a women's champ in the future?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Give it time. Give it time.
She's definitely proving herself.
I see everybody there being able to hold that championship, whether they do or not. Like, that's based on if people get called up in groups or how many other people they decide to bring up and put on TV at the same time. But everybody, all of the class of athlete in the women's division, super high, and like Charlotte's proving right now in all of her matches why she has that championship.
Yes.
But in those matches with those different competitors, you see what could be. Like, you see it means everything to these women. Like, we don't get that in a lot of other like championship predicaments, like we get, hey, it'd be cool to have that championship because then I have a belt to hold my pants up, as opposed to this where it's like they make that championship mean something, not just on commentary, but you can see it in the ring, that every single move
they're fighting for it, but they're also like actually fighting for something.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more meaningful that way.
And that's why every match means so much and is elevated to such a position. It stands above the rest, really.
I think it also helps that there's only 2 belts that represent female wrestling in the WWE, both this and the Divas belts, and that's it. That's all. So if you're not on the main roster, this is as good as it gets. You cannot be in a tag team to attain this. You cannot be a secondary type wrestler to attain this, as would be with the Intercontinental belt, and I don't mean that how it came out.
Yeah.
But
apologize.
I'm sorry. The Intercontinental belt is fantastic.
Maybe you shouldn't check it in your luggage. Maybe you should carry it around with you.
Don't trust American Airlines.
It was United, but
United Airlines.
Well, I mean, still don't trust American Airlines either.
Don't trust any airline.
Don't check your bag.
Don't check the belt.
My mother always told me to pack light enough to put it in the overhead bin.
Smart idea.
No matter where you go,
That's a good idea.
however long you go.
Europe for 4
you
weeks.
only do that.
I don't take planes.
I've gone to Europe for 2 weeks with a carry-on.
Nice. He's a trainman, though.
Yeah.
If you can't tell
I'm
by
a girl, and I have heels, which take up a lot of space.
It's hard to run after a train car with your heels on your feet.
AfterBuzz exclusive, Kathy Kelly heel turn.
Oh! Zing zing!
Can we reminisce to a couple months back when
Can we?
Becky Lynch came out and she was an Irish dancer?
I'll never,
every second she had.
I'll never forget, but that's unfortunate because I want to.
Yeah. But anyways, She's looking great now. Charlotte ends up winning this match with the natural selection. Overall, I think we can all agree. Excellent match.
Like, I really wanted to take notes, but I wanted to pay attention to this match more. Like, anybody just trying to tell a story with wrestling, like all of the women's matches, this one especially, just watch this over and over again. Put this on loop. This was just nuts.
It's as good as it gets for being as simple as it is. Just a one-off, but it was as good a one-off as you could possibly get. Yeah.
Let's talk about the Ascension promo. Them talking is still really weird to me.
It is.
It's really weird.
A little odd.
Yeah.
Especially Connor. Victor, I'm kind of used to his voice because he's got a very kind of deep, almost Undertaker-esque voice. But Connor's voice...
Weird.
Yeah.
What's weird is that they don't get their own gimmick.
So Connor and Victor
I'll let it
tell
go.
Tommy that NXT is their house and sayonara.
Sayonara.
Oh!
They missed it.
Yeah.
Which is
Well, they
unfortunate.
just didn't have the time.
They're not supposed
That's
to be comedic either.
No, I know, but still, like, they hit that, but everybody went, yeah, they're gonna flip and die. Like,
Well,
that
they've
was
been-
when they said annihilation, like, that got everybody super up, because they're like, that's the thing that we started.
It's
and
a
now-
badass pun. Those things don't exist.
No, yeah, then they could totally pull that off, and that works in the same sort of sayonara annihilation. Like, those could work.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do it later. Should we bring up about last week when we were questioning about why the match was so quiet? 1 second, just
Okay.
because I don't think Kathy knew.
Fine.
We heard a report from somebody live, and we're not going to talk about this for very long. The reason why the match was so quiet was because the crowd was chanting racial epithets at Hideo Itami.
Wow.
Yeah. That is from multiple people who were in the crowd. So, like, we were reminded when they played the replay from the previous week how quiet the ring was.
Yeah.
And yeah, that.
They actually muted the crowd.
They muted the
in
crowd.
Post.
Rightfully so.
I'm.
And we hope that this behavior changes. We like usually applaud the NXT crowd for creating
Being so enthusiastic and
Creating new
making
chants
us more
and-
excited for it at home.
Yeah, so hopefully after this they found the people who started it, or somebody got a chance to talk to them and be like, you shouldn't do that ever
Yeah.
again. I guess we'll find out the next time Hideo is wrestles.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know necessarily the verbiage that was used or what exactly was said.
And we shouldn't.
Well,
keep
I
it
would,
there.
I would.
I wouldn't want to
I
say
want to
it.
know
Yeah.
how angry I should be, because just the idea makes me really incensed.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I should be like, well, this was simply a misunderstanding and the WWE took steps to get ahead of something that could have possibly gotten them in trouble, or if this was something like, what are you people doing? Do you not get it? Do you not understand what respect is?
Yeah.
Do you not know when to shut up? Shut up! So there's somewhere a degree in between there. I'm not sure how angry I should be.
So let's hope that this was the last that we'll hear about it. Just wanted to update you, Kathy, and also in case any of the listeners, viewers at home were not aware.
Yeah.
Something that should be brought up and brought to light and stopped.
Yes, definitely. So let's talk about Cass and Enzo. They come to the ring.
How you doing?
And they said that if they had a dime for every time they got beat up as kids, they would have $0. Which I thought was great.
That was a good one.
The
They still could
Legionnaires.
have like maybe 50 cents.
Yo!
I mean, like maybe 60. Everybody gets beat up.
Someone might have started to beat them up, but they won.
They talked out of it. I think Zoe, like, holding Cass back, talked him out of it, you know?
Well, or Enzo got beat up, which got him 5 cents, and then Cass just came in and beat up the other guy.
Or
which
no one ever
only
tried
got
to
him
beat
5
them up
cents.
because they looked like forces to be reckoned with.
How you doing?
Certified G.
Can't teach
Bonafide
that.
stud?
Certified stud.
Can't teach that.
The Legionnaires come to the ring. Marcus Louis seriously has the slowest growing hair ever. Because you would think that at least he would have like baby fuzz on his eyebrows or
Well,
something.
I don't know about the debilitating cream. It's a hard word.
Yeah, we don't know to what extent that cream worked.
I mean, can we get the dog in for an example? How fast is it growing back on the
Yeah, he was
poodle?
wearing it on his head.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah.
The great wig that Marcus Louis was sporting yet
Like
again.
Great.
Define
do you
your
mean
definition.
terrible?
Great.
It was said mockingly.
Oh,
Ah, I see.
Kathy Kelly mockingly. The real Mockingjay.
Ho ho! Katniss.
Carmelinus.
Katniss.
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 Say that with lisp people.
I could bring to
Listeners.
mind a
Listeners.
catheter, and I don't think
Let's not
anybody
do
wants
that.
to think about that.
Wrath-a-Cath.
Rathacath. There we go.
Rathacath.
That's
Yeah.
why we're on this side and she's over there.
That's right.
She could hit us.
We can't
Like you
even
hit
touch
Johnny.
her.
You flippin' hit Johnny.
Now he's not even here anymore. So
Yes.
the match begins. Quickly into it, Louis' wig comes off, and he gets really angry, but not at the person you would think. Is that Sylvester LaFord?
That's at the person I would think, actually.
okay.
I mean, he grabbed it. It was an accident.
Sorry. But just by how the commentators ran it, it made it more believable that this was something that
Oh, it's
Louis
been
was
building
just
up, yeah.
tired of.
Oh, yeah, completely.
We're hopefully now we'll see him like you were saying start
Yeah.
to grow the hair back.
As a viewer, I think that we were all kind of wondering why Louis hadn't attacked him before. Because, you know, this is supposed to be your friend, and he really hasn't, not only has he not helped you out, but you're the reason why, or he's the reason why Marcus is bald and got attacked several times. So, yeah.
And it ends up being a no contest. And then this was the sorry, go ahead.
Well, I mean, you gotta learn from your partner. If your partner is a criminal, then you have to learn how to be a criminal. I don't think Louis is ready to be a bad guy. Just saying.
He's got a bad attitude.
Yeah, but he also has no hair and no eyebrows. So,
No offense to anybody with no eyebrows and no hair. Hobo, that's very offensive.
is it?
Yeah. There are people who have conditions.
Well, I'm sorry. To you with Propecia. I'm very, very sorry.
There you go. This was the weird part that I was talking about at the top of the show. They just kind of like they sent back to the commentators and like, oh, this thing happened, and then Cass and Zoe started talking, as opposed to just leaving them in the ring or letting everything.
Yeah.
They didn't kind of let everything finish.
There wasn't a conclusion to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just kind of dragged for a couple of seconds, and then hey, and then they didn't say, hey, who wants to they said, hey, let's do another match, but it was like, oh, are they gonna have another tag match?
No.
How was it? No, they called out
No. Oh, not
No.
old blue pants.
Kitty Pride.
Old blue pants, old bluey.
Yeah,
But yeah, but are we done talking about the...
I mean that was really it.
I really liked, I wanted to mention the rock, paper, scissors to see who would tag it first. That was funny.
They're very funny.
So Carmella's debut versus Old Blue Pants.
Old blue pants.
Enzo and Cass intro her and they say, we were wrong earlier. We do have one dime. Carmella.
Hey,
Hey.
how you doing? Coming out to not fancy, but fabulous.
Yeah.
It was.
She was like, I don't know. Some of the moves were a little Sasha Banksy, but
I
like the
don't,
looking at your
It was
nails.
the music though. The music
No,
was.
the music was a ripoff of
Iggy Azalea.
Azalea. Like the flower, right? Azaleas?
Yeah, let's go with
Iggy
that.
Azaleas.
very.
She
very-
plural too?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Iggy's Azaleas. It's a
It's
new
a flower
business.
shop, right?
Yeah, right next
Yeah.
to Kathy's beef.
Yeah.
Beef, Kathy's beef.
An azalea is a flower.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
We just got confirmation from the booth. It's a flower.
Flower? Yes.
Yeah, it's a flower. Got it. Nailed it.
So let's talk about this match. I mean, another really short match. Carmella does a submission maneuver within seconds to Old Bluey.
We
It's
actually
not
She
that
taps.
old.
thank you in the chat for Chris Nixon. Leva Bates
Leva Bates.
Old Blue Pants.
Well, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we were looking for a name and they didn't have a name on the thing. It's just like Carmella's making
I
her
like
debut.
Old Blue Pants.
Yeah, Old Blue Pants. Hopefully
Blue
that
Pants.
doesn't stick. Because that's a terrible, terrible gimmick. Hey, you know the one with the pants?
They could
Yeah, Old
go
Blue Pants.
Blue
Arrested
Pants.
Development with it, and she just blew herself.
I'm
You know
not the
what?
only one making off-color comments.
You know what? I'm sold.
So,
Whatever.
what do you think of Carmella's debut, though?
Oh.
I wish it would have been a little bit lengthier.
Yeah.
Yeah. We saw a drop kick and stuff in the corner, and then almost a figure 4 neck lock.
It was,
Kind of.
I called a leg sleeper. Just the way she had it locked in.
She kind of had it like where she was laid out, just like, hey, check on my abs. And then
Look
there's
how
a
stretchy
Her
I
abs
am.
are ridiculous. I have
point.
ab envy.
ab envy.
Serious ab envy. But in the little that we saw, promising? Yes?
Yeah.
No?
Anybody looks promising in like 6 seconds.
That's the thing. It's like hopefully like
That's like the length of a Randy Orton
Vine.
RKO out of nowhere vine.
So good.
And he
So
looks
good.
great, doesn't he? Every time, out of nowhere.
It's out of nowhere!
It's amazing.
So, oh god.
I love
love those so
WWE.com posted their favorites today, which they're on the
I love
bandwagon
the ones
too.
where they have him running up and it's just a flip of the picture. And he's just like, he's coming. He's just waiting. It's too good. Popular internet culture. I hope the problem is that right now we have two, like we were talking. There are only so many main stage women in the women's division, and hopefully we get to see her against some of those those women in the future.
Yeah.
Near future.
Takes time. All it takes is time. Honestly, we had a debut. We had a debut. Fantastic. Let's hope for something even more next time.
I haven't been listening to anything that's been said in the last 20 seconds because I was envisioning in my mind being Khaleesi with the Lucha Dragons.
Well, we'll think about it.
What were you gonna be with the Lucha Dragons?
What?
Oh, I get it. Hold on. Sobering up. It's taking a while.
Becky and Sasha are in the
More
locker
water.
room.
Not coffee.
Becky said what Sasha did to Bailey last week was absolutely disgusting. And Sasha.
Irish accent.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
very deep voice.
Have you ever heard an Irish woman talk?
I didn't realize she was like a pack-a-day smoker. Does she smoke them or does she eat them?
No, neither. It's just deep voices over there.
Is it really?
Not all the time, but some of the time. You should get over that.
I'm just saying, you know. I didn't,
I'm an Irish woman with a deep voice.
Okay, I'm certainly deeper than yours. Just saying.
I think that this promo is a sort of a way to change up Becky Lynch, because Sasha was really just trying to get her to go to that place of you need to do anything to win.
Look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, so it makes it seem maybe a Becky
Okay.
turn.
I thought it was also nice to see Sasha, even though she doesn't have a match, just because they are kind of building that feud between her and Charlotte, even though it didn't really progress that, but it still shows her. Sasha says she doesn't care about Bailey and that it's pathetic that Becky lost twice to Charlotte.
We actually have somebody in chat. The Sasha Becky promo was just like when Summer convinced Sasha to turn heel.
True.
I guess so.
I think in that one we saw a camera.
Well, yeah, but it's because it was
Because the
right
mirror.
behind the mirror. They were like, we should probably fix that.
Angles.
mirrors are reflective.
Just like beef.
Beef's not reflective.
Depends on the glaze. If it's got
Depends
like
on
a
the
honey
glaze.
Just
glaze
like
on it, it's reflective.
My phone case.
Just like iPhone 6. Available at your local Apple store.
You getting paid for that?
See, this
I
is
hope so.
this is the phone case that Tyler Breeze needs because it's a mirror and he can look at himself
Well, no.
all the time
He gets better.
with furry phone cases.
No, because then it's
Absolutely.
comfortable on your hand. You don't have to worry about dropping it on
He
the
doesn't
screen.
want to get a callus on his perfect hands. He needs the fuzzy phone
Oh, because
case.
hand modeling.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he gets the better, like, full 1080 as opposed to a weird, like, half gold. You know how many different filters you can put on there to make yourself just look gorgeous? I had to do that extra
He
bit.
doesn't need a filter.
No, he doesn't.
No filter.
No
Like a
filter.
gold
Hashtag
filter.
no filter.
Tyler Breeze.
Like Hobo tonight.
No,
No filter. Actually, I have a little filter. It's little. Appreciate it, though, because it might disappear here in a little bit.
you need to change your filter.
I'm going to change gears and go.
Can you go to lo-fi?
We need to talk about the last match.
Okay.
Well, in the back, Neville talking about next week there's going to be Titus versus Neville, and he's going to stand up for NXT. He's sick and tired of all of these Raw and SmackDown people coming down.
He hates the main roster.
Essentially.
Hates them.
Yeah.
So he'll never go up. He'll always be Mr. NXT.
Do we know the name of this new interviewer?
I don't.
That's a good question because she was not Devin Taylor.
Nope. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm new. Yeah, why don't Neville
Can you
just
play- like,
beg
say
your
your
pardon, who are you? Or just the little with the name. That's
Yeah.
all you need. A little
Lower
credit.
thirds.
Yeah.
Just
So-
shit.
We just got you guys got to wrap up soon.
Yeah,
sign.
let's-
So
let's-
let's talk about this final match. Sami Zayn versus Tyson Kidd. Zayn ends up winning with a haluva kick, but what were some of your other highlights from the match?
This was similar to the Charlotte and Becky match in the sense where there was a lot of technical stuff, but in the beginning they changed it up a little bit. Kidd was trying to get the upper hand always, but Zayn was just one step ahead of him, and it showed sort of the truth in what he was trying to say, where he started to make a change, and it wasn't just the basic back and forth that you saw. It was more of Sami using his head and really trying to stay on top of his opponent.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a difference between a guy who goes full bore at his opponent and one who is just a little bit more reserved and uses his brain instead of just running into action. And this is a Sami Zayn I think that we need to see. The Sami Zayn who is capable of winning a championship.
Yeah.
Super solid match. Not the type of match that I expected from them,
Really?
but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Gotta change it up. I mean, we've seen these guys go at each other multiple times
Yeah.
recently, so it was different.
And it definitely sparks a change. It sparks a change in Sami, and hopefully this will be him on the uptick, and he'll start winning and heading straight towards that title.
Yes.
It's going to be a long road, but that's just what it's going to take. And right now we've seen the possibility for change in Sami Zayn, one little bit at a time, and he'll get there, hopefully, God willing, and the tide doesn't rise.
Yeah. Next week, we know we have Bayley versus Sasha and Titus versus Adrian Neville.
That alone is going to be an interesting show.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
How do you catch him? How the hell is Titus O'Neil going to catch Adrian Neville?
We're going to find out
We will find out
next week.
next week. Beefy. Where can they find you guys until then?
You first.
All right, you can find me at twitter.com/soapboxmark. You can also find the two of us on YouTube at SoapboxCarTV, where we do wrestling, comedy, and just plain comedy. You can notice that we don't have our title belt here. That's because somebody won it from us. His name is Wrestling Fred, and he's kind of pushing our last nerve. If you want to see how he's doing that, SoapboxCarTV.
If you like hockey, that's great.
Yeah, not wrestling, hockey. You can find me every other week doing the Ruby After Show as well. And actually, tomorrow, I'm going to be on SmackDown with Kristen Rosenberg.
Wow.
So if you want to watch that, join us in chat, and I'll be on the chat roll. Hobo.
I'm on the Twitter at TrueHobo. ProWrestlingTees.com is where you can buy a shirt. ProWrestlingTees.com/hobo. I am the hobo. You can buy my shirt. Yep.
Kev Kelly.
You can find me on Twitter at Catherine Kelly. You can find me on Instagram at Kathy Kelly. You can find all of us here on Twitter and Instagram at AfterBuzz TV. Make sure to leave us comments about what song we should
And
do
Halloween.
next week
And
for our
what we should
intro.
dress up just
What we should
Halloween.
dress up for Halloween,
Halloween.
and just general comments about the show. Please rate us on
Makeup tips.
iTunes too. We love all of your feedback. 5 stars, please. That'd be awesome.
5-star frog splash if you don't.
And we will see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Beef you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.